Okay, so I have been dying to make this video all day, and I'll tell you, actually, I wrote a list of things that I wanted to discuss, but anyway, the day started off with someone that I talked to yesterday as well, but briefly, and I just talked to this person online, and all of a sudden it was kind of like a confession, and I admitted how alone I felt, and I don't know, and they really could relate to me, and we talked for maybe half an hour to an hour, and it was a long day. I felt relieved after I said how I felt and whatever, because I never do that. And it felt good to get it out, but then all of a sudden, like, all day I had been crying because it's sensitive information and I feel ashamed, I guess, guilty for feeling so bad and for not being able to express myself so openly. Like, what's the big deal? Why can't I, express myself? And I don't know. It hurt, and I don't know. I've been feeling bad all day over it, and I don't know. It's it's hard to talk about because, like I said, I've never really shared anything like that with anyone, and I really didn't understand to what degree, like, I felt bad. I was depressed, and I was frustrated because of the fact that I've been keeping it in for so long. For so many years, I've just stuffed my emotions, and I know that's not good, but it's where I found my comfort, I guess, to some degree, and I I don't know. So I was upset all day, and it made me realize, and I meant to do this anyway, if you remember, I have to call a counselor, and I have to get some type of diagnosis and the whole 9 yards. And then it made me think about the fact that I must have a personality disorder again because of the fact that I don't have really any close friends. And I texted a crisis hotline and we talked about this. And they gave me this great resource, and maybe I could put it in the notes below, in the comment section below or whatever. It had, I wanted to go to a group therapy chat tomorrow at 10. And they have all different sorts of group therapy, and then they have individual. And, I don't know. I feel so crummy and I'm so sick of it. And I didn't really, like I said, realize to what degree this was overtaking my life, I guess. And I don't know. It's hard for me to discuss because I've never really done it before, I guess. I mean, I don't know. And then I thought at a point today that it's time to stop hiding and ignoring my feelings, and it's time to start, like, acknowledging and doing something about it, maybe? I don't know. I'm a mess. And it's I'm glad I started vlogging again because it's been a long time and I don't know. Like, this is crazy, you know? Like, like I said in my old vlogs, like, is a hug too much to ask for, you know? Like, I'm not okay. Like, and all this keeps adding up, and last night I was able to get out of work really early because a manager did what they were supposed to. They came and they asked how we were doing, and they said that they would help. So I made them do the dishes and cover the salads in the freezer, and that really helped me a great deal. But anyway, I don't know. I just, it's really hard to talk, to open up and discuss certain things and to realize how horrible you feel after so long. And I wish I had more connections, I guess. And, you know, another thing that I maybe wondered about is that can other people feel the way that I feel? Do they understand? Do they care? Do they, I don't know. Do they get it? And why am I so different from other people? Like for example, don't people ever wonder how I feel? And I'm not trying to be like narcissistic or like selfish or what have you when I say that, but you know, I often do wonder if people think about how I feel, and you know, I don't really. There's a song. Okay, I'm gonna go back to a song, and it's called "Oh, You Had a Panic Attack in My Bathroom," and it's I think by Flatline or Flat Sound or something, and that song like came to me today when I was talking to this other person because we could relate. And like, I don't know, because it says there are people like me, and I mean I'm sure there are people out there like me and who feel the same way and whatnot, but I just feel like people ignore me. And then I think, what's wrong with me? And, like, why am I not good enough, you know? Like, I don't know how to describe it other than that way. But yeah, like, I often wonder if people care, maybe? I don't know. Wow. I've been talking for 10 minutes already. It doesn't seem like it. Oh, so anyway, duh. I called the counseling center today and they asked if I was a patient, and I said I was a patient 2 years ago. And they said you'll have to fill out the intake forms again. Of course. So I go on their website to download them and to fill them out and, you know, send them in, and of course they don't work. The link to the site doesn't work. So I emailed them and I asked them to send me some in the mail, and then all of a sudden I searched Google again and I found a different website and they were on that website. So I just used that and I filled that out, and it takes forever to fill something out like PDF file, and you have to pay for it. I mean, I found a like a free trial, but honestly, I didn't think it would take that long. And I don't know, guys, like, so I plan on talking to somebody. They have a lot of psychiatrists there, and they all do telephone sessions, and stuff like that. So I hope I'm able to get an appointment, because it takes a while. They review your information, your packet, and then they call you when they think it's appropriate, I guess, or when they have an opening. So it'll be a while, but at least I got the ball rolling today for something like that. I don't know. I do. I feel so alone, and it's really, really difficult, because I didn't really realize to what degree this problem was, I guess, if that makes any sense. I tend to ignore my feelings, I guess, a lot of the time, because I feel worthless. Honestly, I really don't think I'm good enough. I'm not good enough for anybody, and I'm not good enough to express myself and my feelings, and to have somebody listen to them. And I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent here. I'm going blah 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 blah, but it's the way I feel. Like, I'm trying to keep my head above water here, and it's not easy, especially with the way things are at work. And I'm trying to keep it together, but I feel like a failure. That's another thing, like, you try so hard to, and I'm at a point where I'm like, I can't do this anymore, like, enough is enough. And I don't know, it's hard. It's hard for me to explain. And another thing is, like, I put on, most of the time I wear my work uniform, which is just a pair of black pants and a black shirt, right? Well, today I put on a pair of jeans and some clothes that I got from not eBay, Facebook for free, because it's CNY, helping other people or something. So, okay, fine. So, I really like this shirt. It's really nice. And I put it on, and it was way too tight. And I've gained so much weight, and I'm so depressed. I usually go out for a walk, especially during the summertime, but I haven't been doing that. I think I did it once so far this year, and that was like way back in March or April or something. And I haven't been myself. I haven't been doing anything. And I just totally, like, lost track and lost, I don't know what the word would be, desire to do anything, really. I'm so depressed, and all I do is just mope around here and do absolutely nothing, and I don't know. It's a harsh and hard wake-up call for me. because I feel so insignificant, and I don't know. But anyway, like, I don't like this. It's like things are getting out of control, I guess. And this is really, really hard. This video. But, you know, so there was a whole another point to all that weight. I put on so much weight, and it was because, like, I stopped taking my meds in, like, March. I was on, like, an antipsychotic. No, a mood stabilizer, and it was called Lamictal. And then I was on an antidepressant. I was on antidepressant for years. Well, it was on and off, and that was Zoloft. And I took 200 milligrams of it because 100 milligrams wasn't working for me. Or wait, maybe it was 100 milligrams. I don't know. Because 50 wasn't, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I think it was 200. And I don't know. I got sick of having to take them every night, so. And for like the longest time, for like a month, I didn't take them, so I thought, what's the point? And I hate the side effects when you first start up again, especially like your stomach hurts so bad and your mouth is so dry and all sorts of different things, and I don't like that, so I kind of don't want to start them again. But yet at the same time, ever since I've been off of them, I've been crying my eyes out at the drop of a hat. So, I don't know. I'm kind of torn. And I'm kind of want to be on an anti-anxiety med. Although, I think I have most of my anxiety under control compared to what it used to be, but I don't know. There's so much to think about, and there's so many unanswered questions and different things like that. Like, I don't know. I can't believe I'm even having this conversation, but I am, and everything just builds up, you know what I mean? Like, when you don't, like, talk about it or acknowledge it, your feelings. And I am a former cutter. I used to self-injure. It's been a long, long time since I've done that. It's been probably more than 10 years. And let me tell you, today I just wanted to pick up a blade or a knife or scissors or something and start doing it again, because honestly, for me, it helps. It's a way to release my feelings. I know that might sound weird or something, but it's calming, okay? And I'm very pale. I'm very light-skinned. So when I do it and I have a scar, it's very difficult to see. So people don't recognize the fact that I used to do this. And I can't believe I'm talking about this, because it's like one of my biggest secrets ever. Like, I still think about it all the time, and I still am, like, I still desire to do it, I guess, but I don't. And when I worked at the Drug and Alcohol Rehab Center as a cleaner, I had done it, and one of my friends there asked me about that, and she was a counselor. And I lied and I said it was my cat. And obviously that wasn't true. And she was still suspicious. And she said, "Now you tell me if you did cut yourself." And I said, "Yeah." So, yeah. So, I couldn't bring myself to say anything. But and because she was suspicious, I no longer did that because I didn't want it to be obvious. So my question is, where do we go from here? From this point on, what do we do? Where do we go? Okay, so of course, I ended the first video that I was making. I didn't mean to, so here's a second video, but they'll be combined. But anyway, so I don't know when it is. I think it's next Friday or Thursday or something. I have to go see I have to have a sleep apnea test because I went to a ophthalmologist or ophthalmologist or whatever, and he asked me if somebody ever diagnosed me with sleep apnea, and I said no. And this was in January or February. I swear, you guys. But anyway, okay, fine. So he started examining my eyes, and then he said that I should have a sleep test or whatever. And he said I have something called sloppy eye syndrome, or maybe it was lazy eye syndrome or something. And I'm not exactly sure what it is. I think it's for overweight people, and they have extra skin around their eyes or loose skin or something. I don't know, but he said that I should have that tested. So he sent a referral to my primary doctor. And my primary doctor was out of the office for months. I don't know why. I think it was a health-related problem. But anyway, so it got ignored. Nobody really did anything. And she just came back in June June 1st, I think. So I sent her an email and I said, look, what's going on here? This is ridiculous. I was supposed to have a referral, and there is one doctor around here that will do a sleep study. And so, okay, fine. But the problem is, it takes months to see him because there's only one doctor. And I am kind of hesitant to go because I know the nurse, the primary nurse who works for him, because she used to go to my church when I used to live in another town half an hour away. So I kind of don't want to go, but I've had this appointment for like 2 months, and that's how long it takes to get to this guy. And I really don't want a sleep test with all the wires and the tubes and the mask and the God only knows what they hook you up with. I don't think I'll be able to sleep anyway because it's in a bed that's foreign from the bed I'm sleeping in now, I guess. And God only knows how many other people have used the bed, and I don't even want to think about that. But anyway, you get my drift. Yeah. I just don't want to go, but I think it's next Thursday or something. I haven't told anybody, and I'm scared. I'm really, hesitant for this appointment, but I don't know. And even if I do have sleep apnea, I hope my medical insurance, pays for it, because I don't have hundreds of dollars to spend on a stupid mask and kit and whatever machine that I need. I'm not going to be wearing it anyway because what's the point? Seriously, I can't sleep attached to all that crap. You know how uncomfortable that must be? And there was an app that I downloaded for your sleep. It monitored all the noises and everything you made when you slept, but I was only able to do a free trial. Otherwise you have to pay so much per month, and I wasn't gonna do that. But anyway, it was scary because it sounded like I was gasping for air and that I stopped breathing. I don't know, guys, that to me is really, really bad. But I'm not supposed to sleep on either side. I usually sleep on my left side, right? No, I'm sorry, my right side. But it's like the only way I can fall asleep. But I'm not really supposed to because of something to do with the eyes and the sleep apnea crap. But anyway, I'm supposed to be going back to this ophthalmologist. Or maybe he's an optometrist. I don't know, whatever. I'm pretty sure he's an optometrist. I can't talk, and I don't know what I'm saying or doing or whatever. But anyway, yeah. He hasn't made another appointment for me. I didn't really like the guy. He was weird. And I don't know. whole thing today about crying and everything, and these stupid vlogs that I'm making, it's all about the vulnerability and the raw emotion, and that I've never really had that with anyone. Now, I had one ex in my life, and I've always felt guilty that I never went above and beyond to be that way with him, I guess. He obviously was interested in me talking about such things, but I just guess I could never, bring myself to do that. But anyway, I'm gonna go soon. Because, I feel like I've been talking everybody's ear off, but I just... I guess it's a feeling of emptiness. I don't know. It's definitely a feeling of being so overwhelmed to the point where, you can't take it anymore. I don't know. I tried to make a video last night, but I wanted it to be kind of different, and I was using a speech to text program, whereas I could just put the text on the screen, but obviously I didn't do that. It didn't really work out the way I wanted it to, so but I can't do this on my own. I need help, I guess that's the point of this vlog right now, is the fact that I want to be vulnerable. I want to use to help myself. I honestly don't know where to go right now. It's a struggle to stay afloat every day. Every day I feel like I am fighting for my life, and I don't know. I hate to admit that, but it's true. But anyway, I think I'm gonna go and try to relax and do something for myself.